Welcome back to Managing Your Business by the Numbers. Today we're diving into a topic that every small business owner and manager should understand: employee handbooks. If you're wondering what should go into an employee handbook, why you need one, or how flexible these documents can be, then you're in the right place. So if you're ready, let's begin. An employee handbook is essentially a manual that outlines the key policies, procedures, and expectations that a company has for its employees. Think of it as a guidebook that helps employees understand their role within the organization. While employee handbooks have evolved over the years, their primary purpose remains the same: to ensure everyone is on the same page. Employee handbooks usually cover a wide range of topics. You'll find sections on the company's mission, vision, and values, so everybody knows what the company stands for. There's also a code of conduct, which sets the tone for workplace behavior, and employment policies that detail everything from hiring practices to leave policies. And let's not forget health and safety guidelines, anti harassment policies, and disciplinary procedures. Essentially, it's a comprehensive resource for both employees and managers. Now, you might be wondering, why bother with an employee handbook in the first place? Well, beyond the obvious legal protection, there are several practical benefits that might not be immediately apparent. As a financial professional, I think it's crucial from a risk management standpoint to have an employee handbook in place. It's not just about laying down the law, it's about protecting your business from potential liabilities. A well crafted handbook can help you avoid costly legal disputes, ensure compliance with labor regulations, and provide a clear framework for addressing issues before they escalate. For instance, imagine you run a small business and one of your employees is consistently late to work. Without a handbook, addressing this issue could feel like you're being unfair or singling them out. But if you have clear attendance policies laid out in your handbook, you can point to the agreed upon rules, making the conversation much easier and less personal. It's not about you being the bad guy. It's about following the guidelines everyone signed up for. Or consider a division manager overseeing a team in a larger company. Let's say you've got a rising star on your team who's been offered a competing job. You want to retain them, but how do you ensure they understand the full range of benefits your company offers? Here's where your handbook comes in handy. It's a one stop shop for all the perks, from health benefits to professional development opportunities. The handbook helps you paint a fuller picture, potentially tipping the scales in your favor. And here's another scenario. A conflict arises between two employees. Perhaps one feels they're being harassed or discriminated against. If your handbook clearly outlines your anti harassment and non discrimination policies, along with the steps for reporting such issues, you not only protect your employees, but also shield your business from potential legal challenges. The handbook serves as a clear reference point that both parties can turn to, making it easier to navigate sensitive situations. Employee handbooks are not one size fits all. They can and should be tailored to fit your company's culture, size, and industry. The key is to strike a balance between having strict guidelines and allowing for some flexibility. However, be cautious when a new HR manager comes on board. Sometimes they're like a kid with a brand new set of crayons, eager to color outside of the lines. Before you know it, your handbook has more revisions than a Hollywood script. While updating policies can be beneficial, These changes can sometimes lead to a shift in company culture that senior management didn't see coming, like suddenly banning casual Fridays because it doesn't align with your new image. That can create unintended consequences, and before you know it, everyone's grumbling about their stiff suits instead of focusing on their work. Once you have an employee handbook, it's crucial to adhere to it. Consistently following the guidelines you've set is important for maintaining trust and avoiding legal issues. However, handbooks aren't set in stone. As your company evolves, so too should your handbook. Just make sure to communicate any changes clearly to your team. While employee handbooks are incredibly useful, they're not without their downsides. One potential issue is rigidity. Picture this. Your handbook has a 20-step procedure for getting a cup of coffee. First, locate the break room. Second, ensure your cup is company approved. Third, fill out a requisition form. I think you get the idea. A handbook that's too strict can stifle innovation and create a work environment that feels more like a boot camp than a business. Another issue comes when changes are made, especially by new HR managers who might want to put their stamp on things. Imagine a new HR manager comes in and decides to rewrite the whole section on dress code, insisting on formal attire every day. Suddenly, your once laid-back office feels like a Wall Street trading floor, and morale drops faster than a lead balloon. This kind of shift can create havoc if not carefully managed and communicated. And then there's the administrative burden of maintaining the handbook. If it's not updated regularly, it could lead to legal complications or internal confusion. Like the time your employees had no idea if they were allowed to use the new coffee machine because the handbook only mentioned the kettle. If you're looking to create an employee handbook, there are plenty of resources available. You can find templates and online tools that make the process easier. However, it's also important to consult with a legal professional to ensure your handbook is compliant with current laws. If you're using HR software, many platforms offer handbook creation features. To wrap things up, an employee handbook is a critical tool for any business, large or small. It sets the tone for your company, protects you legally, and ensures everyone is on the same page. But remember, it should be a guide, not a prison sentence. And if you don't have one yet, now might be the time to start. Just maybe keep the coffee instructions down to one step. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like it, and leave a comment below. Until then, have a good day.